All right. Do you want to open us up in session, Becky, or do you want me to do it if you're
I
having?
I will. I will. Good afternoon. It is 4:08 and we are starting the Personnel Commission meeting on February 12th. And we are going right into open session, roll call. We have two commissioners in the room present and one commissioner, Rebecca French, who is off-site. And I do have one person over the age of 18 in the room with me.
Thank you.
All right. And public comment. This is an opportunity for anybody out there who would wish to address the commission, either in person or out there on Zoom. And this would be the time to do that if anybody is there and interested.
I'm not seeing anyone on Zoom, and no one is present in the room for public comment.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, moving on to informational reports. Item 3, union reports. I think we have some folks out there.
Yeah, I can go first.
Awesome.
Hi, everyone. This is Leo Decasals, representing SEIU Local 620. Yeah, since our last meeting, our union's been active in engaging in the membership. We had a couple of membership meetings at on district property, the building grounds and maintenance building, and also at Los Osos Middle School. I'm a couple months now here in my position, representing our members with SEIU, and I just honestly, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge all the staff that I've met and got to work with, from human resources to our members to front office staff and whatnot. So everybody's been super nice to me, and it's really been a pleasure to witness all the good work that everybody's doing throughout the district. So yeah, with that being said, a couple of additional updates. Today, Local 620 was able to submit our sunshine letter to kind of formally present to the school board that of our intention to reopen negotiations in accordance with section Article 20 of the agreement of our agreement with the district. We're able to give that intent. So thanks again to Human Resources for coordinating with us on that. Another announcement that we have. I wanted to recognize our board president, Catherine Donner. She's given me notice that she won't seek re-election as president of the union. So currently we're seeking nominations, and we're going to be sending out email communications to the membership to see if we get any nominations to for somebody to succeed her. I believe our vice chair, Lori Russell, will seek um, re-election this year. So yeah, I just wanted to recognize Catherine and her efforts to maintain good labor relations with the district. So that's my update. Thank you again for the time.
Thank you very much. All right, anybody else out there? April, are you out there?
I am here. I'm driving, so hopefully you guys can hear me.
Yes.
You guys hear me? Okay. And I apologize if I cut out. I'm heading to an appointment. But I'll just keep it brief. So we also submitted our sunshine letter. We had our chapter meeting on Tuesday night, our special meeting to vote to approve it. So that was submitted to Greg on yesterday morning. So that's ready to go for the February 17th school board meeting. And then we also Maddie Pinero, who was our elected secretary, has notified us that she will not be able to fulfill the role. So we will now be putting the secretary position up again for nominations and election. So to be continued on that one. Yep, that's pretty much it for right now. Oh, and our next chapter meeting is February 27th, Jen, I don't know if you're able to attend, but I will definitely invite you. It will be on Zoom.
Great, thank you.
All right, thank you, April. Okay, let's see. We have commission staff reports.
All right, I have a couple items here for the commission today. So the first one being that Michelle Chapman-Scaria and I met with Burnham, MetLife, and Ward Services today. We've been working with MetLife and Burnham on this new rollout of a health benefits enrollment platform. And so we met with them today to go over the implementation plan. I'm so excited about this. We've negotiated a dedicated call center for SLCUSD staff during open enrollment so that all of our employees can reach out to dedicated people from MetLife and Burnham to go over what their health benefits are, what these coverages look like, what their specific rates would be based on their FTE, because the rate sheets that we have online, you got to kind of do your own math. You got to be a little bit savvier and figure out where you're at and what your position is. And a lot of people have no idea what their FTE is. They know how many hours they work, but they don't know how to convert it. You know, all of these little things. And it only being one benefits technician historically has provided several challenges. It's pretty run and gun for Michelle or whoever the health benefits tech is at that time. So not only will we have this portal that helps everybody have access to their information, they can make their changes, they can get more stuff, but then we have this dedicated service of these specialists that are going to be able to help answer questions in real time and give them more resources so that they can understand what those impacts are and what the coverages are. And it's at no cost to the district. It's going to be a benefit that's provided to us by MetLife and Burnham, and then also help us make sure that they're covering their dependents and that, you know, that they have all of these things. We get that all the time, that they didn't know they had to turn in this form or that form. So these people are going to be supported. So I'm really, really excited to get this rolling out. It's going to be quite a bit of a lift for Michelle and I in the next couple of weeks as we're building out the system, getting everything together. But I think in the long term, it's going to be fantastic for employees. So we're really excited to start rolling that out. And we'll be, once we get the rollout plan and all of those things, we're going to start pulling in our union partners, our administration, to get everybody up to speed on what it looks like, what it's going to be. And that way we can get this information out to employees from like every angle so they can take advantage of these services while we roll this out. Secondly, it is EEOI, TOI nomination time of year, Employee of the Year, Teacher of the Year nomination forms. They're going to go out in tomorrow's HR newsletter. So really excited. As always, the commission, you are welcome to come to any of the celebrations as we get rolling. We have quite a few categories for classified staff, and it's always a really exciting time of year to be out there and watch everybody celebrate each other and all of the amazing things that they're doing. And then lastly, Executive Cabinet approved our continued participation in classified summer assistance. So that enrollment form will be going out in tomorrow's HR news as well. And so that our classified staff can continue to participate in the classified summer assistance program for next summer. So yeah.
Great, thank you.
Well, I would first of all like to acknowledge the news that Catherine Donner, our SEIU local president, is going to be stepping away. I've really truly enjoyed working with her this past year and a half. I'm sad to hear that, but I'm happy that she'll be able to focus on some other things. So, but she's been amazing. So obviously some significant change with regards to leadership in the SEIU ranks, with Catherine stepping aside, as well as Rob Perry leaving and Leo joining us. So it's exciting. But again, I want to acknowledge and thank Catherine for her partnership this past year. Very, very thoughtful individual, and I appreciate just getting to know her, and I'll continue to look to catch up with her from time to time as we get around the school district. Both April from CSEA and Leo from SEIU shared that they had submitted their sunshine proposals, meaning the articles that we will be bargaining this year. And so, and we've added our proposed articles for bargaining as well for board consideration approval, as well as public public reviewing. Part of the ed code requires that we allow the public to review, and should they want to comment, rarely happens, but you know, we'll see. That'll be on the board agenda for this coming Tuesday, and then we'll setting times for some pre-negotiations, discussions, and then we'll jump into bargaining. Well, it probably won't be till March at this point, because next week's the last. Is next week the last week, or is there one more week after that?
One more.
Yeah, so probably, again, realistically, very beginning of March. That's obviously framed against the budgetary reductions that we've made, and so just trying to remain vigilant in our efforts to make sure the district's budget is where it needs to be, and with regards to reserves and being able to meet our obligations, but at the same time understanding that it's expensive to live in coastal California, and our staff is hoping for additional monies in compensation. I will say regardless of where that goes, one thing that a lot of people don't often consider in just on a year over year basis, unless you've been with the district, we're really very not very common that districts have, what do we have, 20 steps on the classified, 19 steps on the classified salary schedules. Most districts cap out at about 10, and then you're kind of stuck there. So with the exception of a very small few of our classified staff from both SEIU and CSEA, they will continue to move increased salary next year just based on the step, which Ms. Robinson-Vang, correct me if I'm wrong, is always somewhere between 2.5% to 4%, just kind of depending upon where you sit on the salary schedule.
Between 2.5% and 5%.
2.5% and 5%. So again, I know that's not often considered in these conversations, but just want to say that out loud. So on another note, have been having, as I shared with you, and my commitment to having kind of some thoughtful conversations with the people that we are that are going to be impacted by our reduction in force layoffs. I've been meeting with them over the past 2 weeks, and I have one more classified employee to meet with tomorrow, and all of those formal notifications will be provided to staff next week following the board meeting. But again, just working with our employees to see if there might be other opportunities for them in another classification, and just sharing options and just trying to get a feel for where they are in that process. So while those are never fun conversations, I feel they're important conversations to have with people, and provide them with the human side of human resources. And then last but not least, this isn't last but not least, Rachel did mention that our HR newsletter will be going out tomorrow, and a few things for our staff, both certificated and classified, to be looking out for is, in that document, we will have our EOI, TOI, Employee of the Year, Teacher of the Year, Staff of the Year nomination forms, which we're super excited about, as well as the interest surveys for interest surveys / intent to return surveys for our staff, so they can let us know, hey, are you coming back? Because we'd like to know if you're coming back, because if you're not, then that obviously gives us the opportunity to potentially look at some of these staff that might be impacted by reductions, and then if they have desires to do other things, they can share that information with us in that document as well. So it's that time of year. We're already gearing up for 26, 27, and so here it is. And then just last but not least, I always just want to recognize the efforts and of the team, the HR team. It is again, it's that time of year where we're transitioning out of kind of this year's work and clean up from all the stuff we did in the summer and the fall and making sure everything's, you know, in order, and the position control that Rachel works really diligently on with the fiscal team and Katie Eklund in particular, and then, you know, really pulling that all together. So these guys are working they're working and doing it with grace, and I just want to, as I always do, I just like to recognize their efforts and thank them for the hard work they do.
What is the average, what is the cost of, average of benefits going up every year too? Because that's.
It's been, so CISC benefits have year over year, it's in the 4% range, but you know, last year I think it jumped 6. Yeah, so 6. I know 2 years ago, I think it jumped 9%. So it continues to be a cost that escalates for the district and the members, because we do
Right.
have a set you know, process for it slides because it's 50% of, but it's still a significant increase of cost for both members and the district.
Yeah, I sometimes think that people don't realize that is part of what goes up too whenever people get these.
Yeah, the district this year put in the district's contribution to benefits for everybody in the district is just a tick under 10 million.
Mhm.
And again, you figure that if just conservatively say 3.5%, so it's jumping up, you know,
$350.
$350,000 annually, and that's on a good year. So it's also not something that people see in their paycheck, and it doesn't pay the rent, but it is obviously an important a benefit for employees.
Yeah, they don't realize it. If we weren't, I can speak for myself, just being an employee like that the benefits are worth a lot, really, though. People don't realize it until
So you don't have it.
until you don't have it, and you don't realize how important they are.
So, all right, well, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Commissioner reports. Any commissioners have any updates?
No, I don't.
All right. Okay, 3.04 reclassification investigation report.
Okay, so I wanted to bring this as an informal report today and then get feedback from the commission on how you would like it to be formally presented to you guys in the future. So to date, I've received 32 submissions for reclassification investigation. Of those 32, I've done 19 investigations that did not substantiate a reclassification, and they've been formally noticed. And have had individual meetings with all of those 19 individuals. They do not want to appeal or contest. They understood, and and we're okay there. Of the 32, 6, I may recommend a potential classification amendment, so it would not change the knowledge, skills, and abilities, nor the context of the position itself, but there were some specific tasks that they felt would be more helpful to be included in the job description that I think would only help clarify the role and the responsibilities. So I may bring those amendments forward to you guys after I do a little bit more research and just make sure that the competencies are the same. Of those 2, warranted enough change in knowledge, skills, and abilities that I would either need to decide if we're going to need to redistribute those duties to another staff member, or if we need to recompensatory evaluate the position itself. So are we reclassifying it? Are we doing a comp evaluation? Are we redistributing those duties to a more appropriately titled staff member? So those conversations are ongoing and figuring out what the options are that are available to us. And of those 32, I only have 5 that I've been diligently trying to schedule things, and our schedules just haven't worked out. But I will continue pursuing those. So that's the current status of where we're at with the reclassifications. In the future, what information would you like, and how would you like me to present it to you? Would you like, I do those packets that you see when I am making a formal recommendation to change it. I still do those either way, even if I'm recommending not to change it. It just doesn't require your vote, so I haven't brought them before, but I can, and that way you can see it, and you can, if there's anything they'd like to look into further, or that you'd like me to reevaluate, then you can do that. I can do it as a list, like our eligibility list or report of testing list. These are the classifications. This is what they've requested. This is what I found. This is what I've not found. Whatever pleases the commission. I'm happy to report
Can
anyone
I
you
ask
like.
you a question? So if you redistributed, let's just say there's some of those you redistributed duties,
Yes.
is that then possibly gonna impact other positions that then are gonna request reclassifications because of new duties? I'm sure you're watching all that. but-
Yeah, it would be, I would only redistribute if it was appropriate to redistribute to another classification. So I would only if the way that
Fit with that
redistribution works is I look at other, so say I'm an office assistant at a school and there's a elementary secretary there.
Okay.
So I'm doing things that are technically in the elementary secretary's job. So that doesn't mean I should be reclassed. It means that I need to have a conversation with that principal and say, that's not appropriate to ask of Irene. That's actually more Jen's job. So that needs to go to Jen, and whatever way you guys redistribute, you know, all of those things. But I wouldn't just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna give it to like the custodian or, you know, like, so I would only redistribute if it's appropriately redistributed to another classification. If it doesn't fall under any classification, that's when we really don't have a choice but to reclassify and then incorporate it in there and recomp and do all of those pieces. So we're kind of working through those nuances right now. For the ones that are still pending, I've not sent out official determinations because I need to meet with supervisors and do that validation and figure out if redistribution or recompensation evaluation is appropriate. I will just for the commissions, just to refresh your guys' memory, but then also for the members of the public, that only the Board of Education can determine compensation impacts. So we can't force them to adopt anything that would have a monetary impact. We can recommend it, but for like these positions where it would warrant doing a recomp evaluation, that would come at the direction of the Board of Education and would only be by recommendation of the commission. So
we would recommend to the board that it be reclassified with the information of how it would impact the budget,
correct,
and then they would either approve or not approve it and come back to us. Okay.
that's correct.
It seems to me like if people are in agreement, I don't know that we need to look at those. I mean, you might wanna.
I would agree. I mean, I think having the numbers and stuff is just good to, for all of us to hear. But I agree that unless there's some type of appeal or action being taken, that just
Okay.
notification.
Yeah,
This is what
I would
did.
agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Well, I
wanted
don't-
to
we
make
don't
sure.
need- Yeah, we don't need to put any more work on you, Rachel, and trust that whatever needs to come to us will come to us. So yes, I agree with that.
Okay, perfect. And if you guys ever have questions or do want something, please feel free to reach out and I'm happy to share. And we can go from there.
Great. Thank you for that update. All right, on to discussion and action items. We have 4.01, which is the approval of the minutes from our January 23rd meeting. And hopefully everybody had an opportunity to review those and ask any questions or need any clarifications or adjustments on those minutes. I had a chance to review and they all looked good to me.
I would agree.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, do we have a motion?
I will make a motion that we approve the minutes from the January 23rd, 2026 meeting.
I second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Great, thank you for those. Okay, then on to 4.02, we have a second reading of the student intern classifications.
All right, so I have met with each of the directors that would be overseeing these positions. I have connected with Eckerd Solutions since our last meeting to make sure that these job descriptions would suffice for what they need. And talked with site principals about how we'd integrate the CTE capstone criteria. And so I've made no substantial changes to the job descriptions or the capstone packets since our last meeting. The consensus was that all of it would work and is applicable, and there's a lot of energy and excitement about what we're going to be able to start offering for our kiddos. So the job descriptions are still as or not amended from the last time that we met until now.
So what do you need a motion that where are we?
Yes, it would be a motion to approve the creation of the student intern classification series.
And we don't have to do each one of them separately.
No, I did them all as one item, unless you want to pull them. So if there's like, yes, I do like this one and this one, but I don't like that one,
Yeah.
you can choose to pull some and then only approve some,
Okay.
or you can make a motion to approve all of them.
Is anybody concerned about any of them? I need to pull one, or we?
I think so.
I'm good with them.
Well, good.
Not me, they're fine.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I know,
Yeah,
it's really cool.
This is a really, yes. Okay, do we have a motion?
Yeah, I move that we approve the student intern
Classification series.
classification. Okay. What else do I need to say?
Classification series, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
all right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, that, I am so looking forward to getting an update when that is up and running. That is, just seems like a really, really cool thing. I wish it was around when my kids were in high school.
Yeah, because I'm very excited. We definitely are gonna, because we, like I said, we have the tech one that we want to help support board meetings and things like that. So we want to have them come and help support our PC meetings and things as well. I really want you guys to be able to get to see how this program rolls out. We're very, very excited about it.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. So the next, are they gonna, how do those positions, they get flown as regular?
Yep, they're getting flown.
Okay.
So Dr. Pucci and I were just reviewing the individual MOUs by position with Eckerd today, and we did some negotiating with them, and everything looks good. So we're going to get those approved. We're going to meet with Dr. Prater hopefully next week sometime to go through all of the pieces, and then we'll take these to the board to officially adopt them as job descriptions for San Luis Coastal, and then we'll start flying them on EdJoin, maybe a Google form instead if we don't want kids to have to create EdJoin accounts. But yeah, we are going to fly and recruit for them, but only for our students. So we've looked at both. We like EdJoin just because it is easy for us, and we know it's not easy for kids. So
It's good practice stuff.
it is, yeah.
So how are the kids gonna know about it?
Oh, we are, Elisa's been setting up site visit meetings, so we're going out and we're hosting information sessions with the students. We have some flyers that we're creating. We're gonna put it out through Parent Square. We're gonna put it out in their little student newsletters that are going out. And then we're gonna have it go to the teacher newsletters so that they, like, if you wanna recommend a student, you know, this is how many spots we have and this is what it is for and this is all these things. And so especially those CTE teachers, like if this is gonna integrate into your capstone, then, you know, then let us know. And so we'll screen applications and hold interviews and exams as is compliant with merit system. And then we will get these kiddos placed and just see where this program grows and where we can take it.
Great. Sorry, one more question on it. Will these positions then show up on the like eligibility lists and all of that, or no?
They absolutely can. They're covered under merit. So yes, we will put them on the eligibility list, and then yes, they will show up on the eligibility list. There isn't a salary schedule for them because they're not paid through us, they're paid through Eckerd. But yes, we can put them on the eligibility list, and I had not thought of it until you said it out loud right now. So yes, there are employees, but they're not. There are interns.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't
not.
sure.
Yeah, there are interns, but they're not our employees. But I'm happy to put the information together on the report of testing because I think it would be nice to see and review.
Okay, great.
And if that doesn't make something, 6 months or whatever to just kind of, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Wow. Have we come to the end?
We did it. We nailed it.
Look at that. Short meeting. My apologies again for the technical difficulties. I'm in a hotel room and it's just challenging right now. So I apologize for that.
Not a problem.
All right. So our next meeting is scheduled for March
Wednesday,
18th.
And we did not have a closed session after our last discussion, so we were gonna try to do it this week, but our investigation is ongoing, that we need to report to you guys on. So, I would, if available, I would love to have a 3:30 start for closed session on the 18th, if that works for you guys. And if not, then we can figure out a special meeting or some other time.
It works for me.
Works for me.
Works for me, so we'll plan on that 3:30.
Perfect.
Do we want to look to the April meeting just to confirm availability?
Yes, we've got April 23rd, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That works for me.
That should be fine for me.
Yeah, that works for me, sure. We already put that.
Yeah, we looked at that.
Yeah.
That works. I will, this is very preliminary at this point in time, but just asking the PC's consideration, we can have this conversation at the next meeting, but my daughter is going to be in China on business in Hong Kong. And my wife is all excited about potentially going to fly over there and see her, and it would be during that week, so I may in the March meeting ask to be excused, but that'll just want to front load you on that one. All right, we'll see
Got
if it all shakes
exciting.
out or not.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
having trouble understanding why you'd rather go to China than do
Yeah, it's a little hard.
Rightfully, you should take all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I
like China.
Yeah, you know.
Could have the meeting there.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
I could zoom in,
Yeah.
zoom in.
so.
Right.
And
have
I'll
you been
confirm
there
with you.
before?
Yeah, I have, yes.
And May 27th, are we good to look at May yet, or are we a little early?
I thought we had discussed Thursdays going
Oh,
forward.
we did, you were
Okay.
so
Yeah.
right, so
Okay.
May 27th, so what about 5/28, May 28th?
That should be good for me.
If that worked, yes.
Okay,
Does that work for you, Irene?
5/28.
do we wanna get crazy and go all the way to June?
Let's not go crazy.
I don't know about that.
Alright, we'll take what we can get.
You got March, April, May.
There we go.
Yeah.
Got it, okay.
Take the win. All right. Thank you. Well, then we are closing the meeting at 4:40. And again, apologies for the delay here, but hope everybody has a good rest of the week and weekend. And we'll see you on the 18th. Well, I'll see Rachel. We got a plan, I guess. Getting
yeah,
down
I'll
there,
give you a
right?
call. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
give you a call.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much.
All right,
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye
See you
all.
later.